promises to be a great team tonight. RJ, you can feel the excitement in the air. It's a season opener for both these teams.
The wait is finally over for these fans. Both teams hoping to kick things off with a win, so I expect a lot of effort tonight.
So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. Down on the block, it's Tatum with Tatum. The guard three, it's White and Brown. And it's Hauser in at the three, the small forward. And so the Los Angeles Lakers get the first points of the ballgame. The three from Tatum. And it's Luka with the rebound.
Getting close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Driven by James. Doncic passes to Reeves. Back to Doncic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Outside for Smart. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. Here's Hauser. Drops in the tray.
In transition, you can get those clear looks from three, and he's the right guy to take them.
When you think about Derek White, here's a guy, RJ, who's really grown as a player in all ways.
Yeah, Derek makes smart plays. He's had that experience to see what works and what doesn't. And most often, he makes the necessary plays to put his team in a winning situation.
Richard, what do you see in what Luka Doncic sees on the floor?
Well, Kevin, I think he's tracking all 5 defensive players and all 4 of his offensive teammates. He always seems to find a way to get players along. Brown's coach once told him, you have to want to rebound, and he has certainly stepped up his effort on the glass. James still enjoys putting on a show.
And that great replay brought to us by the AT&T Connected Game. Here's Tatum. And here's Tatum for 3. Now the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
LeBron is screen on White. The 3 for Doncic. He can't hit that time. Boston's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Over in the corner, White. And Doncic with a clear path to the hoop. And this is good. Doncic has got 5 points so far.
Creating some easy offense off the steal. LeBron James always lurking with those quick hands.
The kick out to Tatum. Misses the 3. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Lakers. They trailed by 1. They faced off right here last time they met, but the home just couldn't pull out the win.
Well, if they want to avoid the outcome of that first meeting, they'll need to be stronger on the glass. They will be completely outmatched in the glass.
And a lot of that begins with effort. Putting in the work and closing out possession should make this a much more contested game.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's ready to talk things through with them. And some changes here for the Lakers. Hayes, he's checked in for 8. Hachimura comes in for Marcus Smart. And it's Luke Kennard in for Austin Reed. And then for Boston, Gonzalez, he's checked in for Sam Hauser. And it's Pritchard in for White. And for 2 seasons running, Richard, the Lakers have bowed out in the first round. How do they change that and go further?
Well, now they've been able to balance this roster a little better, adding some size up front. That was something that really hurt the Lakers against the Wolves. For an athlete like Brown, you salivate. You just start drooling thinking about the open court. Fast breaks are your friend.
Now here's LeBron. He had a 30-point outing their last game against the Mavericks in Dallas.
And his scoring is going to get most of the attention, but his rebounding also stood out. He did a lot of glass cleaning in that game.
Down low. Dunk to finish it off. Beauty.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play. And the impact stuff.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
And it's Doncic missing. Celtics leading by 3. There's Tatum. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move. And he's got a chance for one more at the line. Rui Hachimura picks one up.
Okay, just some big boy strength there from Tatum just put himself to the line.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Garza's checked in, and it's wide in for Brown. Now, here's Doncic. He has 5. Bernard with 3. Off to a good start as he gets his first shot attempt.
Doncic makes it unselfish, guys. Doncic is all for getting his guys going. Enjoys setting the table.
Inside. On to White. Outside Tatum. Lost it. No good that time either. Doncic from deep three-point land. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Celtics.
From the tip, they are not making things easy on them. Lots of steals, playing disruptive basketball.
And they are also just outworking the opposition in transition. When the break is on, they continue to find ways to score.
Jake LaRavia out there with Hachimura. Then there's Hayes. Then it's Austin Reed. And it's Kennard in at the 1 spot. That's the group for the Lakers to start the second quarter. Now here's Hachimura. Can't hit the turnaround jumper.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Ball. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Even though it didn't go down, he'll take that shot every time.
And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, Lakers coach J.J. Redick has brought an attention to detail to this team. Austin Reeves said, quote, set the foundation of doing stuff the right way. If you do that, you can be a really good team. Redick said it's important to always emphasize the things that you want. That hopefully becomes part of your identity. Guys?
Okay, Allie, we thank you for the report.
Walking foul.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Tim House has checked in for Boston. And let's go to the 2K leaderboard to see the teams that blocked the most shots in the NBA last year. 5th on the list, the Celtics.
That tells you the kind of strong defense they played last season. It wasn't easy to bring the ball inside against them at all.
White with it. Kennard covering. Drains it from beyond the arc. Hauser's got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the Celtics. Reeves against White. Pass to Hachimura. There's the triple. That shot missing.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I think it's a bad choice on that possession.
That's his second foul here pretty early in this one. He's got to be careful for the rest of this half.
And the Celtics making a change here. Brown's checked in. White the pass to Hauser. And the Celtics another 3.
That's number 2 for him from long range in the quarter. His 3rd overall.
And so will call a timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Look at Doncic. He's checked in for the Lakers. Now here's Doncic. He has 5. Tries it from 19, and it's in off the backboard. Doncic has got 7 points in the game. So, Richard, you hear the phrase hold time, how long players hold the ball over the course of a game. Walk us through that.
Guys with longer hold times are typically shot creators for their team, or they are post-up players. If you have a shorter hold time, that means you are catch and shoot, catch and decision make very quickly.
Hachimura finds Doncic. Hachimura setting the pick for Doncic. Back to Hachimura. And the dunk by Hachimura.
Really showing off that athletic ability.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Pass to Pritchard. Here's Hauser. It's rebounded by Hayes. Hayes has got 5 rebounds tonight. Doncic moving it over. Now the read. Doncic outside. And it's off from three-point range. Here's Brown. Jaylen Brown running the floor.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong defender.
Yeah, that's Tonight's execution, running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
To the paint. And finished off by Brown.
Such a great athlete, an elite athlete. JB is at his best, in my opinion, when he is attacking the rim.
And defensively, the Celtics sure switch a lot.
Yeah, that strategy is the norm in the NBA. They have personal defenders to do it, though, and it's still a big part of how they stifle their opponent's three-point shooting.
Here's Garza after Luka Doncic's bucket. Outside, White, 6 to shoot. Pritchard passes to Garza. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Hayes has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Now, Doncic. 9 points in the game so far. Luka making it look so easy inside. We got 33 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Brown the pass to Hauser. 3-pointers off the mark. Lakers trail by 5. Here's threes. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the play with the foul.
Second personal foul.
And it helps him get to the line.
Some changes for the Lakers. Andre Ayton's checked in for Jackson Hayes. LeBron comes in for Hachimura. And Marcus Smart is subbed in for Jake LaRavia. Then for the Celtics, Kate is checked in, and it's Tatum in for Pritchard. And there's a call on James. That's his first foul.
First personal foul.
7 seconds left here in the second. 3 seconds left. Tatum pulling out one of his many moves.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Celtics out in front, up 5. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action.
Hello and welcome, basketball fans. The first half, and let's do something we never, ever, ever do, and let's go off topic.
What topic?
And looking back at the first half of this game, it's likely we'll see some adjustments for the Los Angeles Lakers. And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get...
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything, and he's been the aggressor all game long.
Starting off the second half, here's Joe Mazzulla's when the ball comes, it's Tatum with Tatum. The guard pair, it's White and Brown. And it's Hauser in at the small forward. And Reeves has got the ball here for the Lakers. 7-point differential. Ayton in the high post. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. White, wide open, he fires. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. When it comes to Jaylen Brown, Greg, what qualities does he add to a team?
Well, I love how active and physical he is. He poses such a difficult challenge on both sides of the ball. With the Finals MVP award to his credit, you know he's as mentally tough as anyone in our league.
Now, here's Doncic. Jason Tatum missing his last shot. Ayton. The rebound by Tatum.
Uncharacteristic, but that's a bucket he'll convert 90% of the time.
Hauser misses.
Start to the second half, and then only getting one of the past 4 shots to fall.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
There's Brown with the 3, and another miss by Boston.
Out of halftime, not the way you want to execute, just 1 of 5 from the field.
And Ayton the bucket on the assist by Doncic. Ayton's got his first 2 points of the night.
Talk about perfect execution. Ayton on the same page with his man there.
White dishes to Tatum. Back to White for the 3. The Lakers with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, he was off.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thanks, guys. Jaylen Brown is rounding out his game in all facets. He said, I've definitely worked on my playmaking, just being able to see the floor, making great reads, creating for my teammates, and putting pressure on defense. Back to you, Kev.
Allie LaForce with the report. Hey, Allie, thanks. Now, Doncic, after Jason Tatum missed on that last three-pointer. It's good. And now, just a one-point Sonic lead.
And it doesn't take much for Doncic to get out there. And once that happens,
That was your dad's
he's
game.
almost unguardable.
Brown outside. Hauser with the ball. 9 points in the game so far. On the wing, Brown. James covering. 4 on the clock. A nice shot by Brown. Brown's got 10.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
And here's Doncic from the arc. Number 12 goes in. He's made 7 and 12 now.
And it's so hard to take away the three from Doncic. He needs very little space, and if you press up on him, he'll go right around you.
Now here's Brown. 10 points for him. The 3. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. Ayton's got his 5th rebound in this one.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. Again, the Lakers.
And he's such a polished shooter. You can't give Doncic these kinds of opportunities, or he's gonna burn you.
So, RJ, one of the stories for the Lakers last season were the strides that Austin Reeves took as a player.
Reeves increased his scoring averages, going from about 16 points a game to over 20. He is a steady source of offense, and I don't think there's any argument that he is one of the best bargains in this league.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
Yeah, he needs to mix things up on the offense. He simply just can't keep missing shots at this rate because he's destroying his teammates.
Now, here's Doncic. 18 points for him. Here's Reeves. The rebound by Jason Tatum. Boston trailing. The Celtics working the ball around now. Right the pass to Tatum. Tatum gets it inside.
Look, this dude is well built, and he's a specimen. He's 6'8". Look, he's going to score inside if he gets that close.
Doncic gets to Ayton. A jump hook off the left rim and out. Brown right side. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Austin Reeves picks one up.
He found the body control on that one. Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
Good on both. Here's Reeves. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with the speed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's an unguardable pass.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Luke Kennard out there with Austin Reeves. Then it's Jake LaRavia. Then it's Jackson Hayes. And it's Hachimura in at the 4. That's the Laker 5. So it's the Celtics now. After the basket by the Lakers. Pritchard against Kennard. And Hayes comes it down.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careful.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Important 2 points, not just on the scoreboard, but also for a little bit of momentum.
Garza off target from three-point range. The Lakers leading to the inside. Here's Hachimura.
Traditional power forward build, but his bounce, well, kind of levels the playing field.
Brown the pass to Hauser. Here's Garza. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Hayes has got 9 rebounds now tonight. quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Here's Reeves, and he uses the glass on the Lakers. Reeves has got the lead up to 6 now for the Lakers.
Reeves has a great ability to finish. A lot of work inside.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Ayton, he's checked in for Hayes. James comes in for Hachimura. Marcus Smart's checked in for Jake LaRavia. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Luke Kennard. The Celtics also changing it up. Kate is checked in, and it's Jason Tatum in for Gonzalez. Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
During that last break, I heard Joe Mazzulla as he talked with the team, and he was adamant that they need to tighten up their D. That lack of communication at that end has led to breakdowns, wide open shooters, and easy buckets. He sounded pretty frustrated, guys.
All right, Allie, thank you. Celtics trail by 6. Now here's White. Outside Tatum. Here's White. Pocket 6. Tatum setting the pick for White. Takes the shot. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Lakers leading by 6. Tatum. First free throw is good.
At the line for the Celtics.
So he gets them both.
That's what they needed from him, unaffected by the pressure.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Smart outside. Clean from outside.
They've done some nice work as we come down the stretch here in the final quarter.
The emergence of Brown as a #1 scoring option has been so much fun to watch. He has earned a lot of trust from his coaching staff.
Really good rebound in traffic. That's what the big fella's there for.
Cleared away by Ayton. Los Angeles leading by 5. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Win by James. Oh, let it move by the point. What a great look here at this tremendous move from our AT&T Connected Cam point of view. Now Doncic, after Jason Tatum missed on that last three-pointer. The three-point.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Lakers.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, things go your way, and the other team wasn't clutching any lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
Well, at least they're going to salvage a game from the season series after losing the first 2.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and look at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Luka Doncic.
He came up with a bucket every time they needed him to. Great effort on offense, and he was a difference maker.
Cleared away by Ayton. Stolen by Tatum. And the rejection by James. And he's able to get it back. So it's Los Angeles win this one easy. Some good passing. And as always, Allie, thank you so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson, and Allie LaForce.